Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Wow, that Skype thing is freaking the hell out, isn't it? Wow, look at Trey, guys, look at. Oh, okay, so I do have.
Skype is freaking the hell out.
Something that I didn't do. Hang on, we're doing it live. So, first of all, welcome to PlayerWon. Secondly, I'm using new technology. Literally, this just came out today, and I had about a half hour to make sure that everything still worked. Apparently, this Skype box, which you can see Trace up there, just bouncing back and forth insanely. So let's see. Well, I guess I'll play this for now. Hi, I'm your host, Nick Weasel Fryman. That's co-host Trace Evans. Oh
Hi.
God, he really is freaking out. How do I make that stop? That has to stop. Okay, hold folks. We're doing it live.
How am I freaking out to you? Because there's a difference between how I normally freak out and how I'm apparently freaking out now.
No, like, oh, I see what it's trying to do. At least I think so. Hang on. First of all, let's get rid of that. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Shoot. I forgot what F1 2013 does to my setup.
Oh, great. Something is, like, really unhappy in Skype. Oh, maybe that fixed it. Did that do it? No.
Did I do something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is just weird.
What is it doing? Descriptions.
You're like bouncing. It like doesn't want to keep the camera in the right aspect ratio when I'm not. If I have Skype selected, so bug report, guys. Live show bug report. If I have Skype selected, it's fine. If I deselect Skype, you like bounce up and down because it doesn't like keeping the right aspect ratio or something.
Oh, like bouncing as in it's choosing. Okay.
Or at least that's the way it looks to me. I don't know what the hell it's doing.
God, Windows, how many times do I have to tell you never to show this message again?
Oh, to avoid? Oh, so if I do that. Aha! Okay, so I get it now. They added a new feature that I get it now. All right, now it's fixed.
Okay, cool.
There's a tooltip. Imagine that I read the tooltip.
Oh, read the tooltips. Who the hell does that? Come on, man.
Not me. Why would I read?
Get with the times. Nobody reads the tips. Nobody reads the instructions. Nobody reads anything.
No one needs to. A Sparkly Kiss said he's like in dubstep mode. No, keep it. Just make dubstep noises over it. I should have, but I'm not. Except you're normal now, so that doesn't work.
Okay. At all.
First of all, where has PlayerWon been in the past week?
Oh, good question.
The bad news is that with me being the only host of all of the shows, or the primary host, and me getting so sick, last week you noticed I was getting sick. Then I lost my voice. Then I was in bed all weekend. Then I decided to go to the urgent care on Monday. And now I'm on antibiotics. So I am leagues better than I was like 2 days ago, which is amazing because this is going to be a really fun show. So that is where we've been. That's where we are. Everything is behind. The archives for last week are not up right now. Also, coming up next week, I have to do traveling for work. So on Monday, I really want to do Start to Finish Valkyria Chronicles because I really goddamn want to play that game. So we're going to do Start to Finish Valkyria Chronicles. We're going to do it an hour later, and it's going to be a 2-hour special. So that is going to be what we're going to do there. It's going to be a ton of fun. But for now, I want to stop talking and play a goddamn video game because I haven't played a goddamn video game other than games on my phone for like the past week, and it sucks.
There's a great way not to play games on your phone, Weasel.
How's that?
You don't download any games on your phone. What are you doing with your life?
But okay.
Phones are for talking to other people in other areas. They are for looking at your tweets nowadays because we're all in the future.
Hold on here.
Hold on, okay.
Hold on.
Holding.
First of all, if you're in the chat and you want to win yourself a free video game on Steam, I've got about like 15 of them to give away. All you need to do is go on to Twitter and tweet a link to our stream and put either at PlayerWon TV, hashtag PlayerWon, or hashtag PW Distracted Driving somewhere in that tweet, and you'll be entered to win a game. Or if you're on Facebook, share one of our things on Facebook and then put words, and then we'll see it, and you can win a game by the end of the day. Anyway, I should accept this and launch F1 2013.
I love the fact it doesn't even bother to give me an option who to send the friend invite. It just sends it straight to you because it knows what's up.
That is, I wish more games had that.
Yeah, that's the best co-op features. That don't just find any friend to replace your friend. Make it the friend that ran with you all this way, and only they can run with you.
Sweet, everything seems to be working, and it looks good, and it works well.
2013.
Welcome to Formula One 2013. Anyway, so there are good phone games.
There are good phone games. It's not wrong.
Okay, we don't need to be talking about this right now, but I'm just saying there are good phone games, and I have a few of them. That's why.
Okay, that's cool.
Also,
you're using your phone for improper reasons.
I'm gonna have Lollipop here very soon. I have to start the update, but I haven't started it yet. And then I'm gonna have Android Lollipop.
You. I don't think I get that option.
I do, because I have a Google phone, so I get it first. Anyway, we're playing F1 2013.
Crap! I forgot what all the controls were again.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay for you, but not for me.
By the way, if all of a sudden you stop hearing me, it's because my mic pack died. I've got another battery waiting, so I just don't want to waste the battery. So anyway, back to where we were. So, yes. We're playing F1 2013, and part of Distracted Driving now is that we come up with some sort of topic, and we have to talk about that topic. And also, if you're in the chat, you can also kind of let us know about what your thoughts are in the topic. We will talk about that on the stream, and if you have any questions for us about this topic, great. Our topic today is actually really awesome, one that I'm really excited to dig into. I'm actually really excited to hear Trace's ideas for this as well, because I think him and I have similar thoughts on this, both being racing fans.
Yes.
But the idea is, how do we make... whoa, and we're racing.
Here we go. We're going.
How do we make televised racing more exciting to more people?
Yeah.
Oh boy. By the way, if you're in the chat, and let us know how audio levels are, because whoa, wow, I just invalidated lap time.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. Wait, I just cut.
Yep. We're both invalidated.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I am.
I went. You guys saw that, who are watching. I went right through that thing and didn't. By the way, I braked when it told me to brake, and it did. I did not have. Yeah, it was totally wrong.
But hey, here's the thing, and this is the point of this whole thing, is we're going to save motorsports. It doesn't need saving, but we're going to save it.
We are going to save motorsports.
Because we are in a situation, NASCAR just ended their season. I was
going to ask that, actually, because I'm legitimately curious. You actually watched the NASCAR season, and you also, during that, you watched the last race, which just happened, where they crowned a winner, and I'm kind of honestly curious your opinions on how it went.
I think it went fabulously compared to how it could have gone. It could have gone disastrously, because the way NASCAR's championship has changed, and wow, I have no brakes whatsoever these days. I gotta really be careful about that.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone in that, which is really weird.
I may look into my assists before this is over.
Oh wow, I got 10th.
Yeah, you got 10th. I just got that radioed in. But NASCAR has a special little playoff system that involves... It started out... The first 26 races determined 16 people to move on to the actual playoffs. And then the next groups of races, they pared that down until the final race, the very last race, one race. They had 4 drivers remaining. These drivers did not have points. I mean, they had points probably, but it did not matter, because they had no bonus points to work off of. All it was whoever finishes the furthest up front of all of you wins the championship.
This is still on topic a little bit because also, how the system of how the season works also matters a lot to making it interesting for the viewers. I have an issue with that.
Oh, well, I can't imagine you have an issue with that.
Yeah, I can't imagine why other people would.
How could you possibly have an issue with taking the 36-race season and reducing it down to one race where that's the only race that matters at the end?
No, that's not the part I have an issue with. I'm totally okay with that because that's how other sports do it as well, if you think about it.
Yes, but in other sports pare it down to two teams at the end, and they always have only one-on-one battles.
Yeah, bingo.
Racing is always one on one on one on one on one on one and one and one and one, so on.
So that's the key that I don't like about it, is that why have everyone else on the track where someone could theoretically wreck the person who's going to win just because it happens, and then all of a sudden the person who could have won the championship is out just because some other person who has no chance of even doing anything wrecks the guy who can.
That's fair point.
So, that has been why I don't care to really watch NASCAR much anymore.
Well, quite honestly, it's been screwed ever since they went to the chase system in that regard, so...
Yeah, it has.
But here's the thing that's interesting about it. This was the first race, not counting road courses, because I love road courses no matter what, in stock cars, but this was the first non-road course race in years that I've watched start to finish, without walking away or anything.
Okay, alright.
And it was that fascinating because you had all four drivers just absolutely going at it all the time. It wasn't even, they picked a good four to go at it. I mean, they all went way up there. They were top three a good amount of the time. And then, Ryan Newman in the back.
Whoops.
Yep.
Oh, I just did an illegal overtake, so I have to hand positions back, and then I got a penalty for trying to do that, because I caused a collision.
Yep.
Well, I just lost this race, so now I gotta start going.
Yep, you and I gotta hustle now. We gotta get something going here. 5 laps to make magic happen. These guys are breaking way before it's telling me to break. What the hell? Oh,
I just got 20 seconds of penalties.
Yep, we're both in trouble here.
Oh no, and now I'm not on the track anymore. And now I am on the track. Oh, this is just... okay.
Yeah. This track is not giving us much of a heads up.
Yeah, no, this race has gone all kinds of bad. Anyway, so... would you like to explain one of the ways that you think that... So now let's talk about how the race is presented, because I think that's a very interesting thing that really hasn't been changed at all, other than like the UI, which, to be fair, I really like some of the UI changes that Fox did to start this season. I thought that it made it more easier to see who's in what position, and a lot of people complained about it, and I noticed that. I actually like those changes, but how can they improve it? And would you like to start, or would you like me to?
I think you need to start this, because you just took all the wind out of my championship talk, so you go right ahead.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
No, it's okay, go on.
So, one of the things that Trace watched a new series of racing called Formula E.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's going to be on this Sunday, by the way, or I'm sorry, Saturday.
No, is it?
Yeah, midnight your time. Friday night, basically, Saturday morning.
Guess where I'll be?
Yeah, you'll be watching it, I know.
No. I'll be on a plane.
Oh, well, guess you're catching the replay, aren't you?
Yeah, I won't be able to watch it live. That's super unfortunate. Okay. So, I will watch the replay, though, because I have to see how it goes. But Formula E is a new, let's say it's a, what would you, open wheel car racing
Yeah, it's
series.
a one-seater, it's a single-seater car, just like any Formula car, like Indy car, like any of those.
Yeah, and it is Very interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong, they're electric cars, correct?
Yeah, they're all electric.
Okay, they're all electric cars, which is why I assume it's Formula E. And also, they have to actually have used 2 cars during a race, because once one car's out of battery, and they show the battery percentage on the screen, which is super interesting. Once they're out of battery, they actually have to go in, get a new car, but there's a time that they have to be in the pits to kind of make it fair for everyone. So if one person does, gets
it's
out,
a safety thing.
It's a safety thing, but it's also if one person gets in and out of their car faster than someone else, because that could happen. But honestly, they're trying to make it fair in that way as well, if I'm not mistaken.
They're just trying to make it safe. They don't want people not buckling in properly. That's all it is.
I don't really, but they kind of, we'll see. Anyway.
They're bullshitting the rest of it, trust me.
Alright.
The minimum thing is just to make sure somebody gets in there and doesn't try fastening their belts as they're exiting the pit lane.
Oh, gotcha.
So they have an appropriate amount of time to buckle themselves in and then get out. That's all.
Well,
you don't want to win the bet off pit road by making somebody do something unsafe in that way.
No, I agree. I gotta curse this shit up. Sorry, I gotta give myself a little boost of power there. Sorry, not curse. Oh no, wait, no, is that? Yeah, that's curse.
Yeah.
DRS is the passing one.
Yep.
This series, because remember, it's all electric cars and everything, has a whole bunch of gamey, awesome things in it. For example, they have a live DJ that does music during certain times of the race, like when there's a battle for the lead, or when the safety car is out, or something like that. So there's different music that plays, which is super fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Secondly, there's a tweet power thing. Where
it's called fan boost,
where you have to tweet and whatnot, and the person who gets the most tweets gets a literal boost of power in their car for X amount of time, sometime during the race that they can use.
They can elect to get an extra boost from their car,
which is just a hilarious feature, and my car did not break at all.
Nope, apparently didn't.
Oh well. And thirdly, they have this awesome robot voice, which I'm gonna quote an old show, Reboot, which is a great cartoon if you have not seen it, in which do you refill Kurs every lap?
Yeah, because Kurs comes from your braking. Every time you generate power through braking or energy through braking, it goes into your boost.
Get more. Oh. Okay, got it. God, I wish I was going to be able to get 5th in this race. That'd be so amazing. So, the thing about this voice comes on and goes, so, for example, when the safety car came out, it goes, safety car, which is hilarious and
pretty funny.
It is a fantastic touch that also helps people understand what's going on at the time, that I think is just a great touch for televised motorsports that I've not seen before. It's kind of like in the cartoon Reboot where they go, warning, incoming game.
Yeah, it does a lot to just... The real key why they do this is because Formula E's cars sound atrociously bad. This is the real reason behind it, because if they were just there without any music, they would sound like whistling tea kettles going down the road.
You'd barely hear a small electric motor going the entire time through all of these cars, and it's really not that exciting. Unlike F1 cars, which are loud and not just like this.
Yeah, these are much louder, and also, just imagine if we weren't driving these like this, if you were just hearing a bunch of people preparing tea at high speeds. It would be like that, and that's not good racing. You want to hear something that gets your blood pumping, and that's where the music comes in. I think it's very smart for that.
Agreed.
But, yeah, it's a neat idea behind Formula E. I hope it does well.
So, based off of that is how we basically got the ideas for why we want to save racing. And Honestly, oh god, I'm watching myself lose positions.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna be last.
No, I'm gonna be last, sir. It's always how it starts, right? We just
ended up 19th. Well, that sucked. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're gonna save televised racing by giving you ideas of what we think. Oh no, we're not gonna give you our ideas. We're gonna tell you how racing can be improved.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what our whole point is here.
So
we have seen the future and we know how to fix this all.
Exactly. First of all, DJs in everything. Dubstep or other music, don't care. Just DJs in all racing that go off either during they need certain laps where they don't actually have, or they could have the announcers talking, that's fine, but like background music going for, like, you say, this is the DJ lap, or something stupid like that, where they just have a lap or two where they have the DJ going. It's kind of like how Fox does Turn It Up. Or Crank It Up, sorry.
I'm actually going to challenge you a little bit on this one.
No, I'm totally okay with that. Go ahead.
I like where you're going with this, but I also think there's an issue. Oh God, we're at a night race.
Oh no.
I think there's only a very specific set of cars where this works, and it's ones that are mostly quiet. You don't want to put a DJ over roaring, good V8 engines. Or more V's in it.
Maybe not. However, in NASCAR, so my issue right now with NASCAR is the fact that they really don't ever, like, sit and watch the race for more than 5 laps at a time before they're going to a commercial.
Well, that's a different issue, though. Now you're talking about television breaks.
Well, no, okay, yes. However, what just happened? Lost connection to PsEG. The host has migrated.
You lost connection to me. Or we lost connection to the F113 game server.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm quitting out.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get back in this.
Okay, we still have connection to Steam here, so that's good.
Yeah, it's a Codemasters thing, not a Steam thing.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I will wait for you to send me that invite again, unless you want me to send it to you.
No, I'm firing it your way again. We're gonna do this.
Good. So, you're right, but at the same time, if they had a lap or two where they had to do the DJ, I don't know. That one's more up in the air. I'm not 100% positive.
Here's the thing with the DJ idea. DJs and thumping electronic music only work with the future of racing. And as we well know, Formula E is going to become the missing link between Formula 1 and F-Zero.
Okay, so could we see electric stock cars?
Yeah, you actually could see it. And if you see them then you know what you're going to see? Electronic country music. You think I'm joking? Electro country is coming for you, and it will be run.
To be fair, that probably already exists.
By E. Keith Urban. He will Keith Urban rock your socks the hell off.
E. Keith Urban is the greatest.
E. Keith Urban.
I want to see E. Keith Urban.
He is half robot. All country.
Markman, we're gonna address that coming up. Just want to let you know that we are.
You're gonna have to read the chat to me too, because I've got a black screen here where my chat used to be.
No. It's okay. We will definitely do that. I just want to make sure he knows I did see it. So okay. So what? Okay. Also, the electronic voice, or the voice of the safety car, or caution. I think that's awesome, and that needs to stay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the idea of it announcing and playing up, scenes and events that make it easier for the fans to follow on what's going on without having a commentator chattering in their ear.
That ghost really actually screwed me up.
I bet so. Ghosts tend to screw people up. It's a fact of life.
Yeah, I got really confused. Do I get KERS in qualifying?
Yeah, you get KERS and DRS.
Oh, shit.
You get everything available to you in qualifying.
Oh!
Crazy like that.
Oh, this car doesn't brake. And and then when it does, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. This car.
I'm not qualifying well. Anyway, okay, so I've said my piece, and I don't want to take up too much more time with my junk. I want to hear Trace. I want to hear what you've got for us, because I believe that you have better ideas than I do.
There's quite a few facets of racing we could fix here. I mean, you've talked about a bunch of them. You kind of give us a crash course through way too many of them, way too fast. To the point where my head is spinning right now, and I am discombobulated beyond belief. But
I apologize for that. However, I wanted to make sure that they knew of some of these cool things, so that hopefully more people watch Formula E this weekend.
Yeah, well, Formula E, let's talk a little bit more about that, because there's a future lies within that. So let's get that out of the way first before we start fixing NASCAR and IndyCar.
So what you're
validating my lap.
Oh, I just got distracted.
Oh, amazing! You got distracted on a show about getting distracted. What a surprise!
Right. So what you're saying is that I'm finishing my qualifying lap. Let's take Formula E and try to improve it even more.
Yes, because Formula E is the future of racing. We know this because we've seen it, and the only way we're going to be proven wrong is if round 2 totally sucks. So I will be the judge of that when it happens.
No, I agree with that, actually. I do think we need to watch the second one because a one-off race could be great, but if the second one isn't great, then that will suck.
Yes, exactly. So the key is we know Formula E is going to be the future, assuming that it doesn't somehow all of a sudden unravel in the next year.
Okay.
So my point is, how do we take something amazing and make it more amazing and eventually turn it into, I don't know, F-Zero?
Okay.
First thing, we need more thumping techno. But the next thing we need is this issue of getting in and out of cars and minimum pit time. You and I can agree. That is garbage.
The pit stops at all, or like the idea that they have to do quick? What part of pit stops do you not like?
Well, here's the thing. Pit stops, if you're doing like NASCAR where you have 6 guys running out over the wall and jacking the car up and going crazy nuts, that's fun. Watching a guy, just pull into his pits, get service within 3 seconds and drive out, that's not interesting at all, ever. Guy jumping in and out of his car, getting belted in, not interesting at all, ever. So, how we fix that? We electrify parts of the track to recharge batteries.
I love this idea. Oh my god, I love this idea. Now, what am I gonna do? This may be unsafe for corner workers, but it might get electrocuted. Don't care.
No, I'm picturing like F-Zero where you run over the thing and it charges your boost and whatnot. And oh my god, that's such a
where I'm going with this, man.
I'm totally
this is the
in.
future of motorsport.
I totally want this. Yes. So yes to that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's got to happen for one. But the next thing is, there's another rule that you didn't mention in Formula E that I just learned about earlier. This week, in fact.
God damn.
Yeah, they told you to take care at the first turn. I don't know what you were hearing.
Everyone starts braking all of a sudden.
Yes, because we're in the rain, and it's a very tough rain. Do you see the rain on your visor there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I just took out a Force India guy. Never mind. I'm a jerk.
Oh, hey. Yeah, so welcome to my world of probably breaking something important.
No penalty, at least, so you know.
No, me either. Okay, so tell me your Formula E rule that you just learned.
The rule is that
I probably don't know about either.
You have the tires they use in Formula E are all-weather tires. They don't ever change them for rain or not.
Okay.
They're meant for everything. They're like the ones you put on your own cars. You're the ones you drive from work on.
Okay.
Those kind of cars, except they probably cost a lot more because they're better and they're not cheap. But you have to take one front tire and one rear tire and carry it forward to the next race. To show just how reusable these tires are.
So this is part of their, like, green initiative type thing.
Yeah, and I'd say, well, at that point, you're just saying that tires need to be conserved. I got a better idea. How about we just get rid of tires overall? Let's make these cars hover.
Well, I mean, yeah, Obviously.
If we find a way to diffuse from the ground and just make them hover, that'd be way better. So let's just get tires out of the equation completely and just make hovercraft.
I can tell you how to do that.
How do you do that?
Magnets.
Magnets. So we electrified the track and we put magnets everywhere.
Yeah, because then it's like a monorail track, and the cars will be able to, float over it.
Yeah, exactly. This is perfect.
Hey, Trace, I just want to let you know I'm right behind you.
Okay, that's fine. You can be
Okay.
right behind me, but I just want to let you know that this may cause some issues with cell phones. This might cause some issues with electronics. Maybe it'll disable them. Maybe it'll cause even bigger issues than that. But I don't care.
People
Because
need
the
to be
future
paying
takes
attention.
A lot of pain.
Yes, people need to be paying attention to the race, though, and not their phones, so I'm actually okay with this.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about because I may have just glanced at my phone during a couple turns, but it doesn't matter because I agree with you. You're completely right. So I think we do all that. And then the next step, now that we've electrified parts of track to make pitting not just instantaneous, but like a diversion that makes it really interesting because you have to pit maybe every other lap or so to keep your car charged. Because we'll be putting out phenomenal power because, manufacturers will be manufacturers. They'll make cars that are way too powerful. But even more important, we need to find a way to make Captain Falcon.
Okay.
So that means we need to find a way to make Mute City.
I think we may be getting a little bit off track
No,
here.
I don't think we are at all. I think
No,
this is the future
well-
of motorsport.
Actually, it's fitting into... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, it's fitting into Markman's comment of, can't wait to hear the future of racing in Trace's Fallout-esque shit! Oh, I just
See,
broke
you
the
say
card.
Fallout, but I don't necessarily mean Fallout except for the place where we nuke to create Mute City.
Oh, there went... Well, my race is done. I got distracted reading the chat, and I just lost everything.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I'll get the win for you.
I'm never gonna do well at this game, am I?
Neither of us are. Come on now.
You are...
How many times have we gotten yelled at by our crew
You
chiefs?
are crushing. It doesn't matter. You're crushing me in the standings of this championship.
Crushing is kind of a weird term for a guy who's in 5th in the championship. Maybe 6th at this point.
Do you want to know where I am? Okay. Let us... I actually want to address... So, in the chat, Markman actually did bring up an interesting point that I'm going to try to read while racing, which is apparently not the right thing to do here. I just watched the IndyCar... The cars in front of me just... they went off a jump as if they were flying through the air.
It's hitting a curb. That's what they're doing. They're hitting the curbs better than you are.
Yeah, but, I mean, they flew in the air.
Yep. They flew. That's what they do.
Okay.
Cars can fly. I mean, this is how we get to F-Zero.
Uh-oh.
You gotta,
Oh, no.
You gotta learn
Hang
how
on.
to fly.
I have
before you
bad
can
news,
fall
everyone.
And create Mute City.
Yup, I have lost connection to my Bluetooth and can no longer hear anything. So, I have no audio whatsoever. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. Oh! Oh! Nope, can't do it. I've crashed. Anyway,
It's crashed.
I am now through my speakers. I apologize if there is a bleeds through of the sound. Oh god, I'm so in last place. This race is so... I don't want to go around 2 more laps. I've already lost so bad. Like, really bad. Anyway, Markman said, Issue 1, Commentary, Your Solutions.
That is a great point. That was something I wanted to get to. At some point, commentary is one of those things that is really arbitrary. You have too many people who want to just talk all the time, want to get so excited, and want to talk every moment of every second. What if you had alternate commentary streams like Dota?
So the next car is about 3 seconds.
Or like any esport, where you didn't have to just listen to your local commentary. You could switch over to the UK, you could switch over to Germany, you could switch over to the newbie stream. For somebody who doesn't know what the heck's going on, that'll explain it more to them.
So, okay, to take the international, let's just beat that example to its dead. That happens once a year, and you don't see that newbie stream any other time. So I think if that were something that you did for, and this is a terrible example, for like the Daytona 500, that would be fine. I don't think you get away with that for every single race.
But in all fairness, every race in NASCAR makes the sort of money and gives away the sort of money that the International gives away.
That may be true. However, I still don't think... I think that would lose its luster after a while.
Well, I mean, eventually people would want to move on to the real stream, with the feeds.
And then...
Because eventually we're going to get to a point where every sport has its own network. It's going to be the NASCAR network and the IndyCar... Well, not IndyCar, it'll be dead by
Well, but see, they kind of already... So, okay. Here's the other thing, and this is more of an actual example. I think that this stuff needs to start streaming online.
Yeah. That's another thing. It does. And that will help with it.
I mean, that is a serious, honest, and thing that upsets me about terrestrial television right now. And all joking aside, seriously, why, if you are going to be broadcasting over the air channels anyway, can you not just broadcast it on? Sure, yes, it'll take servers and all the rest of that jazz to be able to stream it. I get that, but honestly, I would watch it a lot more if I could just have it on in the background or on another monitor while I'm doing other things.
Precisely. And furthermore, why can't you be able to... if you're going to do that, you should be able to choose your own camera feed then.
Well,
I just want to go in car with the driver I really like.
So, it's taking TNT's Race Buddy and actually... God damn it. And actually turning it into a full-fledged thing.
DirecTV used to do this a little bit.
Oh, did they?
They used to go to specific channels for different cars that only featured them and their crew chief commentary, basically. The radio.
Yeah.
Now, that alone is not good, but if you could switch between it and the race seamlessly on one feed without having to worry so much about switching channels and crap like that.
Oh, I do another lap.
Or, making sure you could have your different audio commentaries.
I am in agreement. I do believe that we should be able to. I mean, they have all those feeds anyway, and it's apparent that, because again, with the Race Buddy, you kind of can do that already, except for the fact that you don't get the regular broadcast. You only get kind of what the race is, kind of. And that doesn't always work, especially if the camera angles that they provide for you are not ones that are curated as something that is happening here right now.
I mean, I think if you have something that allows, when we're talking about commentary, different audio feeds, so you can try different commentary out, and different video feeds, so you can try different video streams out, you can use which ones become more popular to decide where you keep going in the future, where you keep progressing.
True.
Majority kind of rules in that situation.
Oh, my
People don't want to hear Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip, and they'd rather hear somebody and, their wife talk about how cool NASCAR is, or somebody scream about how much they hate Jimmy Johnson.
So what you're saying is you need a Dota TV type thing where you can choose your commentators.
Yep.
You can move around the camera angles. Oh my god. I would totally take a Dota TV-esque client where you are able to just mouse around on the map through camera angles.
Yeah.
And you are able to choose different commentary streams that people have set up or something.
Yeah. I don't see why this is a problem. This makes perfect sense to me.
My car's no longer accelerating. I think I
Think you blew it up?
What is how did I blow my car?
I don't know.
I literally cannot accelerate any longer. I am going... Spectate me. Have you finished?
I'm trying to spectate you. I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be the only person left on the track soon.
Oh, wait, never mind. I can spectate you right here.
Like, I'm hitting the accelerator down the whole way. And
are you shifting?
it's on auto, but yeah, I can't get over first gear right now.
Yeah, it sounds like you're stuck in first.
Huh. Must have broke something going over a bump.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a shame.
Anyway, Markman says NASCAR's audio subscription includes all drivers / official radios and MRN / PRN radio.
Yeah, I think it needs more of that. If I want to turn on MRN or PRN instead of, say, the TV broadcasters, I should be allowed to.
You have to pay for that, it sounds.
Yeah, well, eventually we're going to be paying for all sports, so I'm fine with it.
here's an interesting question. Would you pay for each sport individually?
Yes, I have. Right now, I have a subscription. I paid about $30 for it, I think.
Okay.
To the Australian V8 Supercar Series. Now, it's not as dynamic as that, but at any point in time, I can go to a special page and I can watch any race that they've had, any practice they've been on, any qualifying, with their TV feed. And whenever the TV feed goes to commercial, another commentator comes on and starts talking through it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting.
And again, maybe this is just because I don't care about traditional sports and stuff like I used to, but I would not and have not really paid and probably wouldn't for a sporting thing. I
think
mean,
they gotta offer stuff for free at times, like the Daytona 500. Imagine if they offered that for free, and then you had to pay for the rest of the season if that interested you.
Okay. God, I don't think I would do that though. Shh, I missed that turn entirely.
You're telling me you would not pay nothing to watch the Daytona 500?
No, I'd watch the Daytona 500. But like, if they said that you have to pay for everything after that.
Where's the price that you would start?
Whoa! That turn is not labeled anywhere. Oh well, great. Wait, that did not invalidate my lap. That totally should have. Sorry. Anyway, as you were saying.
I was just saying, what price point would you start thinking twice about all this?
Honestly, I don't. The reason why I do not watch any of the NASCAR races on TNT is because I'm not paying for cable. So if I'm not willing to pay however much it is per month for cable.
But that's a lot of money for cable. That's like $60 for a lot of people, maybe upwards of $100 for some.
Depends. If you have something like Comcast, you could bundle it in, and then it's less, and blah blah blah.
Still, it's very expensive, no matter how you look at it.
Okay, so then consider that my threshold. Let's say and this would never happen because it's not expensive enough. But let's say you charge me $20 for an entire NASCAR season.
I think I could get away with that though, because $30 for V8 Supercars is all I had to pay, and I get the entire season and everything. Is it that much of a stretch, given those are Australian dollars, that it would be $20 for NASCAR? Because I think $30 Australian is probably like $2 American.
I don't think they do that.
I don't think that's what my cable bill says, but my bill says. But let me take a look-see.
I have a feeling that with something like NASCAR, which requires so many sponsors just to stay afloat at all, that they would not be able to cut out the cable company or whatnot. And so, I mean, yes, you could totally get NASCAR's audio thing if you care that much. You wouldn't get the whole setup of everything with the audio video, the production that you would get on TV, but you couldn't get the audio already. But I don't think that they would actually do a $20 something or other, because the cable companies would get mad that they're offering something separate, or B, that they would have to cut out the cable companies, and then they wouldn't be making as much as they would. That I bet you they get a chunk of change from cable subscriptions.
They do. They get a chunk of it. I don't know what the exact deal right now is with NASCAR, but I can tell you that I bet you if you got a bunch of people to pay willingly for all the views they ever wanted, to be able to rewatch everything with all the views they ever wanted and all the audio they ever wanted, they might be willing to comply, and they might get more money.
But they would not be able to ask for $20
for an entire season.
I would almost bet money that if they were charged $20, they would not be making as much as they would be if they were doing everything that they're doing right now.
Maybe so, but I'd pay that in a heartbeat.
Oh, I would too. $20. Yes.
I'd pay $40 in a heartbeat for an entire season NASCAR like that.
I am not willing to. I would rather spend my $40 on a subscription as something else.
Like what?
Like, this is going to be an odd example to a lot of people out there, but I think some of the viewers right now would understand this. I would pay for a subscription to Giant Bomb.
No, I mean, that's fair in that case, but
I would rather, because I'm more interested in the stuff that Giant Bomb provides for me than a season of NASCAR, to be completely honest.
Okay.
And
Well, then I have nothing to say about this because we've completely ruined our whole topic.
we did. I know. So I'm just saying, I don't think that I would be interested in something like this. But that's not to say that, trust me, I think sports fans, if they were to get that, yeah, they would totally pay upwards of probably $50-$60 for a season of stock car racing in a format online where they get all the past. So what you're saying is WWE Network for NASCAR.
Right, and that's $10 a month, and that's worthwhile.
Okay, so that's a monthly subscription.
Yeah, well, that's because you can watch every pay-per-view. You can watch. There are no seasons to WWE.
So okay, that's true, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't. So Markman says, would it cost $9.99? And that's it.
Yeah, and I'd be fine with $9.99 for NASCAR a month. And just count me out of the off months, or let me watch all the old races too.
God, I don't think. You know what? I'll bet there are people who would be totally okay with that because there already are NASCAR subscriptions out there for stuff similar to that, like the audio and whatnot. But that's, again, you're right. It doesn't include all the past things. And again, I don't think that NASCAR would do. If they want to include all the past stuff, I don't think they would do $9.99. I just have a feeling that they would want more for it.
Rather than continue to get negative over here, I'm just also going to point out that this would require that broadband internet become a thing worldwide, become fast worldwide, and become free worldwide.
Okay, so
I mean, not free as in like cost-wise, but as in no restrictions or people having to pay for the lack of net neutrality.
Sure, I'm not going to deny that. However, I'm also going to say that that is thinking that NASCAR or something like this goes online only. Which I can't see that happening anytime soon.
The only other way you do that, though, is you find a way to make TVs work that way.
Yeah.
And cable boxes work that way.
Yeah.
And that in itself is very difficult to make a Dota TV client basically work on TV.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yes, in that aspect, you are correct. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's get off. This is an interesting topic that we're on, but we've only got probably maybe until the end of this race, unless we want to go one more after this.
Wow. Can't even see a clock anywhere.
It's about 12 minutes to the top of the hour.
Okay. You're probably right.
But what would be the one killer factor that would get you into, let's say, a new stock car, or let's just say racing league came along? What in its broadcast presentation would guarantee that you would watch it no matter what kind of racing it was?
I think, unfortunately, it comes down to the racing itself. It has to be absolutely spectacular and has to be without gimmickry. But that kind of goes against the whole point here. I think you have an idea. You're saying it as if you have an idea in the back of your head.
No, not necessarily. I'm just curious your opinion, because honestly, you're right when you say it really depends on the racing. Because I am in agreement. If the racing isn't good, it doesn't matter what you've got. But
I'm going to carry this point forward, though. I'm going to take this from you. I'm going to keep running with this.
Okay.
Because we are in a world right now where, holy crap, I got to try to get run over by Ferrari there. That's weird. Anyways, as I'm getting distracted going off track here.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of gimmicks around this world. We're facing one right now. DRS, opening the wing to make passing easier. Curves to make boosting possible. We have a lot of this to try and make racing closer, which is the key to making it watchable, is making it actually something where you get close wheel-to-wheel competition all the time.
But not restrictor plates.
No, restrictor plates make it close too.
They do, but do you like restrictor plate racing?
Hell yes. Restrictor plate racing is amazing. It's better than the alternative for those tracks.
Ah! That's me.
Yeah, you dove on the inside. That was very dangerous of you.
Oh, you knocked me off that track.
I don't know what I did there. I don't think it was anything of the sort.
I was going faster than you. I passed you.
I don't believe that for a second.
I did. You guys saw that on the stream. Markman, back me up here.
I don't see him either, so I don't believe him. He's a ghost. Anyways, here's the thing. If we're going to stick to this to make Pat racing more palatable for the common audience, we need to find a way to make sure that every single gimmick to help passing be easier is highlighted somehow in the race so that everybody knows what's going on. Now, DRS is the one rare exception where you can tell what's going on because you see a wing open up. I mean, that wing flat out gets way open on a Formula 1 car.
I just thought something we haven't covered yet.
Okay.
So we were talking about gimmicks.
Okay.
So what about Death Race-esque power-ups where you have to run them over and they light up in certain... I don't know why I can't make it around that turn. Like, my car does not turn even when I slow down.
See, that does help the visibility of things. You want to have something like that be a run over and see that happen, see it lights up, but power-ups, now you're going into a different category of racing.
I can't. My car doesn't... My car's no longer turning at all. Anyway, you're right. I am getting into more gimmicky and gamey, but so
it sounds like the future of NASCAR here we're talking about.
The one thing I'm not sure. If you're specifically talking about NASCAR, it's a bit different. But I think that the whole fan boost thing is the one thing that I don't like about Formula E.
Well, here's the thing about it, though: is you don't like it because you can't see anything happening.
Well, not only
when Catherine Legg presses the fan boost, how do you know it happened?
So, first of all, yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, there could be something that shows up to,
You're stealing my point right now.
Okay.
That's my point.
No, I'm not saying on the cars or physically. I'm saying just something that shows up for the commentators to know that, and I'm sure this actually probably
it does. They can see that.
Okay.
But they don't tell you well enough. And the on-screen stuff, they have that for push to pass in IndyCar, and it doesn't work worth a darn because you don't know very well when they're pushing buttons. Here's what you need, and this is the solution of the millennium.
Okay.
Every time in IndyCar or Formula E, somebody pushes a button to boost,
okay,
5-foot flames should shoot out of the back of that car.
Rookie's worried about the damage to his front wing.
I mean, yeah.
5-foot blue flames right out of that car. Let them know you're boosting.
So, I don't disagree with this idea.
Yeah, you can't disagree because it's right.
No, you're right. You are right. Yes.
It's the idea of the millennium. If they put it in any racing series, it will sell millions. I don't even know how it works. It's going to sell millions.
So, how do you add boosting? Because so here's your problem. This works in something like an F1 type thing because they already have a boost thing implemented. How do you implement it fairly in something like a stock car racing?
I'm not saying in anything it's where it isn't it. What we're talking about is racing where the boost is already in. IndyCar already has a boost system.
Okay.
Formula 1 has one with curves. Formula E has one with the fan boost. But how do we know it ever happens? We don't.
Markman says, and I'm going to try to read this without being too distracted. Oh god, this is going to be real bad. Pack racing would become interesting.
Yes, exactly. Pack racing when you have 5-foot blue flames shooting over your helmet. I think that makes it perfect because that's the way you run it defensively.
Question for you.
Push to pass defensively. It's
question for you.
Flawless.
Do they have to unlock blue flames?
How would they unlock them, you say?
I'm not sure, but typically you get regular flames, and then if you want blue flames, you have to research it, say, at a factory or something. I'm just saying that, if you wanted blue... do you want to do one more race, or should we call it a show?
We should call it a show, I think, at this point, because we got 5 minutes till the top of the hour.
We do.
But, here's the thing, though.
Okay.
Blue flames are just cooler.
I'm not in disagreement. However,
you're cutting out pretty bad too, by the way.
Oh, good timing on my mic dying.
So I'm just gonna take over him because I don't know what he's doing. But here's the thing: blue flames, LEDs on cars in Formula E. Because I didn't have a chance to talk about that, Okay. Oh crap!
You can hear me now, Dark. Yeah. Okay, crap.
I can't take over now. And just in general, forget trying to make playoffs out of things, even though the NASCAR playoff was very exciting and very interesting. Just focus on making every single race amazing and interactive. But blue flames, you need 5-foot blue flames or any boosting system if you really insist on those. Just shooting out that car. I don't even care if you leave it on track, that's fine.
Okay, blue flames it is.
Yeah. I've saved motorsports.
Trace has saved motorsports, everyone.
I've saved motorsports, you're welcome.
That has been a show.
I'm the man.
Yeah. If you have ideas on how you think you could save motorsports, you should totally use hashtag PW Distracted Driving and tweet it out or Facebook it or whatever. We would love to hear what your ideas are, and maybe we'll retweet some of them or something like that. So
You might. I won't, because I've already given you all the ideas you need. 5-foot blue flame.
if you have any other ideas, I'm not saying your ideas have to be. Some of your ideas will probably be bad. Not gonna lie. Some of you will probably have bad ideas.
They'll be terrible. I'm sorry. I love you all, but they're not going to be as good.
But that's okay. We love you anyway.
I love you anyways, but they cannot possibly measure up to 5-foot blue flames.
No, of course not. And that has been a show. I apologize if I've been a tad bit out of it or a tad bit quieter today or something like that. Probably.
Quieter.
I've been quieter. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm getting better. So yeah. And again, we're using new technology, so I've been kind of watching everything to make sure it all still works, and things seem to work really well. I really like this new setup. So hopefully, maybe I'll be able to try some new things coming up here. Let me know how the stream is. You can hit us up on the social media at PlayerWon TV, Facebook.com/PlayerWon TV, Google Plus, Reddit, YouTube, blah blah blah. We will have the archives up for the old stuff next week. I apologize for that delay. However, I have business. Unfortunately, I have to travel for work this weekend, which sucks, and I'm unhappy about it. So tomorrow there'll be a new episode of Vanilla with Zoob and R. Shenlin. We will be back. We will be going on to. We're going to be figuring out what we're going to be doing next. I don't know where this giant house came from that was built. I don't know what this maze was that we went into, and I don't know if there's going to be something. If maybe we can find the second part of this maze and see what else is going to be farther. But all I know is that these guys, I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of interesting. So hopefully we learn more tomorrow. Friday is happy hour, where I'm not 100% sure what we're going to play yet, because there's something new that's coming out, and people.
You should play that. I know what it is. You should play it.
People have really enjoyed it the first 2 times we played it here on Happy Hour, so I might play it again. It might have to do with MMOs.
Oh, okay. That wasn't what I was thinking of,
but it isn't an MMO.
Oh.
It has to do with a simulator.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's a good option too. I was thinking of something completely different.
No, actually, give me your suggestion. So here's another thing. I want to hear your suggestions of what you want to hear, what you want to see on Happy Hour, because Happy Hour is kind of our let's play a game and have a good time doing it while having a drink. So, what would you like? What was your idea?
My idea is, well, have you heard about the new games that Jackbox has released?
Oh, so I want to do something with those. But
you don't have to do them now, but just keep them in mind for the future.
I want to
make a really good happy hour with the community.
I'm thinking that maybe we'll do it actually as a special something that isn't just happy hour. Maybe a weekly something or other that comes up.
Okay.
Maybe it could be on Fridays anyway. We'll see. But then again, next Monday, we're going to be an hour later. We're going to do a 2-hour special. It's the premiere of Start to Finish Valkyria Chronicles. You don't want to miss it. Tuesday, we'll be back with Mistakes Were Made Dark Souls 2, where we will have a new co-host here in the studio. It'll be awesome. And then Wednesday, we'll be back with Distracted Driving, where we will be playing... next Wednesday, Thursday is Thanksgiving here. For us. So next Wednesday, we're going to be playing Burnout Paradise. And our topic is going to be Black Friday What's the deal with that?
What is the deal with Black Friday?
What's the deal with Black Friday?
I thought it was Friday. Now it's all week.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that. If you have things that you would like us to talk about that have to do with Black Friday, or ideas of what you can do to either improve or, in my opinion, get the hell rid of Black Friday, let us know.
And I'm going to go one step further. If for any future week you have an idea for how we can better save the world, let us know. Tweet at us. I have answers.
We do.
You might have questions. I can solve any of them.
He can solve any of them, it's true. So anyway.
I have great ideas. Turrets that protect children by shooting them.
I'm going to go now. But thank you guys again for watching, and have a great night. We'll see you next time. It isn't working. Let's try it again.